They begin the drive with Williams. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
This defense for the Jets, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Still going inside the 20.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown.
So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off.
Now for the point after. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Taken at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
As the Rams offense comes back out, here is the NFC playoff picture coming into the weekend. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Now a give up the middle to Williams.
And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be fourth down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on fourth down.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 20.
The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And the Jets will take over.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
Second and a couple.
Off play action. Clark. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Touchdown, Jets. Odell Beckham, his second touchdown on the season.
And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Well, early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, and we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. No problem there on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
L.A. set to take over again on offense.
Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You talk about this Jets defense.
They played extremely well last week in that win over the Packers.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
Stafford looking to throw on 3rd and 1.
And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down.
It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Bush. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll go again with Bush. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
He completes that to Garrett Wilson.
So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
That is caught.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. Bush trying the middle. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. The numbers for him from a week ago, 12 carries, 71 yards.
And a rushing title's definitely within sight, so the excitement on the offensive side of the football, I mean, they're bouncing off the walls wanting to get out there, but they also understand that they're going to face some really stacked defenses down the stretch because they don't want it to happen at their expense.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Aaron Donald, a milestone sack for him as it moves him past Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor, who finished his career with 132.5.
That's a step in the right direction defensively here because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction, and that means it's something to build on. So you get the first one, and hopefully that can ignite them, and now they can make a few more plays and get back into this game.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end.
They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for fourth.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the fourth down.
They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on fourth. Back to throw. Clark.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Fourth down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field.
Not only is a slant route really difficult to cover, it's a real staple play for an offense on a fourth down because it's a quick-hitting play. Get the ball in the hands of the quarterback right to the receiver.
And the receiver has to be ready because that thing's coming on a rope. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
From the 9, 2nd and 5.
Looking to throw. Clark.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ernest Jones. And the Rams are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. I like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you.
After the interception, here's Stafford.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Another go-around now for the Jets offense. Following the interception, they're set up nicely here, already inside the red zone, knocking on the door, if you will. 1st and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
They run up the middle with Bush. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
They'll run with Hall.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets.
Breece Hall, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends are on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. But this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive.
And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
On second down, Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
If it's not one guy, it's another with this defense. I mean, this is the #1 unit against the rush in the entire NFL. They know how to cover for each other, and yeah, they've got great players. They also have very dependable players, too.
So certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Connecting with Kupp here on the out route.
And out of bounds across the 15-yard line.
Here's Blake Gillikin now.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. He'll take it at the 42, and he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. So we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC as the Jets come back out on offense. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it, this team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through, and I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play and play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Clark. He finds his man. Complete. That's Bush. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the first.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Now Clark on 1st and 10.
Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw again, Clark. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Clark. He finds his man. Complete. It's Bush. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down.
Now the Jets will call on a field goal unit here. This just 32 yards officially from the right hand. Is right there. It's good. And the route is on. It's 24-0.
So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field.
They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford.
That's caught. Puka Nacua.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Now, that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
To throw on second down is Stafford.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. Now the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Well, there are several factors at play for why they face this deficit right now, Charles, but well, that's now 3 interceptions that he has thrown and just giving the football away. Pretty careless here in the opening half.
Yeah, I know that all of our parents taught us to share as youngsters, but in this game, you don't want to share with the other team. Keep it for yourself. Keep it for your team. Got to cut down on all of those throws, those errant passes, if they hope to get back into this game.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there. 35 yards.
And the Jets continue to pull away here in this first half. So the turnover sets it up, and then a touchdown run here on the ensuing play.
And Brandon, a lot of times you see teams take shots in the passing game on a quick change like this. They go right back and throw one for the end zone. Here they just called a running play looking to get a few yards, but he's able to work his way downfield and take it into the end zone. The end result, the exact same thing as going for it in the passing game.
Extra point splits the uprights, and a route is on here in this first half. Well, I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Taking it about the 1. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field.
Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Stafford.
Looking for Cooper Kupp again, 2 in a row.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. On first down, Stafford here.
Screen play set up for Williams.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47.
So still 14 yards to go. Second down.
Back to throw. Stafford. Open man right side is Cup, complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Now they got to get to the line quickly. And that will be incomplete.
He's second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Clark now on first down. And he floats one there, incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Clark finding Bourne here over the middle. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Clark, a final shot before break.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. On 4th down, here's the veteran Thomas Morstead to punt for the Jets.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but the playoff races are heating up here on this final Sunday before Christmas. So let's get to it. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo. And it's the Niners who have the lead as those two teams play the second quarter. Christian McCaffrey, a touchdown run in that first half. From there, we head down to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And they were losers in that ball game as they fall to the visiting Washington Commanders. Sam Howell leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Minnesota Vikings. Cam Akers, what a game. 3 touchdown runs in the victory.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half.
And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. Now the Jets going to take over on offense to begin this third quarter. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Clark.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Alex Singleton.
And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
They'll try to get this running game going with Williams.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
Again, it's Williams. And he stopped immediately there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
A third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
To Williams.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Here's Stafford. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And, Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And, Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. This is Bush. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Now 2nd and 5.
Back to throw. Clark.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Looking to throw. Clark. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10.
L.A. readies for its next possession. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Williams. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has now allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another 1st down. Stafford. Got a man open. It's Tyler Higbee. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. They run it again with Williams. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Stafford.
Pass complete there to Nakua.
And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 14. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going, a little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Stafford. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. He's got Higbee complete right side. Just a gain of a couple there. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. One quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. Here it's 3rd and 2. To throw is Stafford.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play.
Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
They'll try and run it in with Janovich, the fullback. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Andy Janovich taking it in from a yard out.
And the Rams are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter.
So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. You're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is down to 24. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Odell Beckham now marching back onto the field. Let's see here, Charles. 6 catches, over 100 yards. Call that a pretty good day at the office.
And I love the accumulation, the catches, the yardage. That means he's having a pretty good impact on this ball game and really helping his team out in a big way.
Means he wants the football again, right? And
it's funny because some of these receivers are very vocal. Give me the ball. I'm going to make a play.
They'll keep it in the hands of Bush. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Back to throw. Clark. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10.
At their own 17-yard line. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17.
Those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Play action. Stafford.
Going to be taken in here by Nakua.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Stafford now to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Throwing again is Stafford. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. He's up to 88 yards receiving in the ballgame now, and he's got a 1st down. Now Stafford. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
Throwing is Stafford. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Jets are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field, so play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
They'll start on the ground with Bush.
90 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 4.
They'll run it with Bush. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll hand it off to Bush.
And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
3rd and 9 here.
Operating from the gun, Clark. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Now Stafford. And he comes back with one complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. This offense so far on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down, and comfortably so as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st down, it's Stafford. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23.
105 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
They'll try and run for the first with Bush. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for the Jets, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.